So yeah, actually, welcome to Glasgow.
Thank you.
How are you?
Well,
Great.
Great.
We love it here.
Yeah.
Lots of fun.
Always good. We have got between us as a band and crew, we have quite a serious gambling addiction.
Only in Glasgow.
But only we stay in a certain hotel and we're not there tonight.
Oh, that's okay then. As long
No,
as
it's
you're
not alright.
Oh, it's
not alright.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
If any of us ever gamble. So boy do we gamble.
Some like industrial estate in East Glasgow somewhere, and there's a really cheap hotel, but it's on the like park with there's a Costa Coffee and a casino, and that's it.
That's it. Well, I mean,
Oh wow.
at least you're not overdosing in caffeine.
No,
Yeah,
no,
well,
no.
yeah.
Just Guinness.
Say that again.
Just Guinness.
Wow. Okay, that's where we're going with this. Great. Is that the kind of chat we can expect from
Yeah.
tonight?
Pretty much, yes.
Pretty much.
What else can we expect from tonight?
Well, you know, a few songs.
Guitars.
Yeah.
Some of
This-
the drums.
We're quite close together tonight, which is always quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of bump
Especially
into
with
each
this
other a
guy,
bit.
because he's a
Ollie is how
hazard.
yeah. How would you put it? I was going to say, how would you put it kindly, but you haven't. So not necessary.
Should we
Yeah.
get some yellow tape, wrap it around you?
Oh, what
Yeah,
else?
some cones or something.
A hazard in a fun way. Though. You never know what's going to happen. And it is fun.
He likes to career violently backwards without looking behind him. To just
I'm a very violent man.
Do you need those like beepers that you get on a van? I'm coming backwards now.
it would be good.
We saw you guys play at a couple of festivals over the summer. Did you have a fave?
I did.
I did.
Oh, I've got a couple actually.
No, I have
Truck one of my
Truck
highlights.
festival.
I think, yeah, Truck was up there, definitely.
That was really good.
I've forgotten all the festivals now.
That many.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember.
I was Barn on the Farm, if that
That
helps.
was
Like,
good.
your
Barn
memory.
on the Farm
Yeah.
was very
That's always
Barn
good,
on the Farm and One Ten Above are consistently good for us.
Battle
Yeah.
on Farm was really good. I remember that being like a really fun. There were a lot of kind of going on, weren't there?
Yeah.
We get a bit silly.
Finger
We're doing
guns
all
on
this.
And we were on actually the Howl and the Hum, which was
Yeah.
nice.
I love. They were playing Glasgow last week.
Right. We're off to see
Monday
them-
actually.
We're off to see them on Sunday.
Oh wow, nice.
Which is tomorrow.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
That's tomorrow, well done.
Handy.
Little Things was the last single. Tell me a bit about the writing process for it.
So the initial idea started like I was in bed on a Sunday night. My girlfriend went, "Why didn't I being in your room on a Sunday night? We just done like a big clean and tidy. It sounds really boring. It was, but then I'm like, oh, it is really nice that. And then kind of we all got together and we wrote the song kind of just thinking of things that we liked that just cheer up, brighten up your day. All these little things.
And then he said these little things,
And,
everyone fell about laughing.
And then so we just kind of got together and just made a list of a few things. And,
Yeah, there was quite a lot of like little things that didn't make the cut. We were just kind of like writing things down, and one of them was when you drop toast, but it lands butter side up. So
Okay.
it was that kind of thing,
Yeah.
just like random happenings in life that make you smile. But it was quite a fun
yeah, it was nice.
process. We just went to Kale's house and had lots of cups of tea and wrote down a load of things. And
The song was weird though, because we knew when we were writing it was a bit all over the place, but in a way that we liked.
Yeah.
So then,
yeah, like
and then
structurally.
and then we really riffed out at the end, which was quite fun. 'Cause it's the first time we'd ever really riffed out,
Yeah.
and it's
Was
opened,
it- was
it's
it a
opened a
joke?
door.
It was. I think like it originally started as like a bit of a laugh,
To you.
and then we just all really liked it,
It's stuck.
and then we just the song almost kind of didn't make it though, did it? It was one of the songs. That
Yeah, we weren't that.
Was
When
it-
we took it into the studio, we were recording a few singles, and we weren't that. We liked it, but we were like, it's all right. And then the producer was like, no, you really need to do that's.
Yeah, he
great."
loved
That's
it.
the one.
And then when we finished with it, it was all of our favourite song.
Yeah. You were saying about the riff's going to be a thing now. Does that mean there's an album on the way? Maybe?
Oh, yeah, it does. We've actually finished recording it.
Oh, exciting.
So we're into the whole mix process and getting artwork together and hopefully producing a wonderful package for everyone.
Yes.
Sorry about that.
But,
All of the above.
We can't tell you when it'll come
Or
out.
was it a big secret still?
No, we just don't.
It's
know.
secret, it's secret to us, so yeah.
We don't know yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, there is definitely some stuff that goes down, the riff route, but not too much. And then there's some stuff that goes equally is far the opposite direction.
Yeah, and
There's a lot of variation there.
It's quite fun writing for an album because we never really consciously write for singles or for things that would work as singles, but it's kind of in our pop sensibilities. Like everyone grew up listening to all these massive artists that always did like big radio singles, so it kind of comes quite naturally. And then when we were writing album tracks, it was like, all right, okay, well we don't have to really do a chorus here if we don't want to.
Yeah.
So that was quite liberating, and I think that we've got a really good body of work as a result.
Yeah, I'd say like our kind of default mode is try and write a single.
Yeah.
So it was kind of nice to not have that and to be able to think, it doesn't matter if this section goes on for 3 minutes or, like I said, there's no chorus or whatever. It's just
Anyway, it is good. Honestly.
Despite that, it's very good.
You mentioned that your like influences were big pop acts when you were growing up. Who would you pinpoint as like your main influence?
That I think would be
Now
impossible.
or growing up?
No.
Now, whoa.
Life is now the influence. That's the only thing that we can collectively sit down and talk about.
Yeah.
When first I recorded the album, I would listen to a band called Big Thief a lot. So like a lot of kind of, it was kind of like really trying to get some cool guitars and stuff because I was listening to all the stuff they were doing. Stuff that sounds a little bit like you've played it wrong, which works well for me because I often do play it wrong. So that's kind of it's a win-win
As long as
really.
it works.
Yeah. So there was a lot of times where we were just purposely trying to like play something that was scratchy and sounded shit, but then like kind of just worked in the track.
Kale saying to Ollie, play something that sounds wrong is quite a well-used phrase throughout the process.
It's the catchphrase of the album.
Yeah.
There's also so our producer and myself and James and Ollie are all like really big Bon Iver fans, so like production wise the last 2 albums have just like really kind of pushed a lot of boundaries, and nice sounds are what you hear. So there's a lot of like thinking about how we can just sonically make things sound different and like what we can do to create layers and textures and kind of weird things that are not necessarily like very apparent in the songs, but like without them you miss them. So that was quite fun.
Yeah, I'd say we're more like across the board. When I don't mean this as in we're the most original band that's ever been, because I don't. But like I could never pick something that's influenced me writing wise in a certain way. It's more of how like the production side and how we like voice certain instruments and stuff, which is like Bon Iver and stuff like that. Like we were showing each other Chance the Rapper when we were recording. Like it sounds nothing like that, but like it's bits like that that kind of creep in.
And all
gets
adds up.
off. Yeah.
You guys are off on tour with the Sherlocks next.
We are.
Where are you most excited about playing?
Well, Barrowland.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
It's a bit of an infamous venue, so I'd say that and Kentish Town Forum in London.
Yeah.
There's also a Liverpool date on that tour, and that is a cursed city for our band. The people in Liverpool are always really, really lovely, but I don't think we've ever played a Liverpool show where like something hasn't gone wrong.
Really?
So yeah, hopefully we will break the
This
Liverpool.
time.
The first time we had a gig in Liverpool, we were on the way there and our van broke down, so we couldn't get to the gig.
Oh no!
Went to Scrapyard, died.
Yeah, so that was
Beyond resuscitation.
that was the first gig, and it seems every time since then that something
There's always
catastrophic.
Yeah, shocking.
This time it'll be fine. Optimism.
But
Optimism.
Barrowlands, eh? Oh, what
Fun
about
fact
that?
about Barrowlands, when you're in the dressing room, there's all these like stars around the top. Apparently David Bowie stole one and it was like one of his most prized possessions. So if you can reach a star, nick a star.
Wow.
But that would come from me.
Sorry, I'm just singing out the
That's the
joke.
one, yeah. So where did band name come from? It's quite an original name.
Yeah.
Is there a story behind it?
There is
Very
very
original.
boring one, but there is a story behind it. So we were, we'd played in bands before, and we were just like, oh, let's just start again almost.
Yeah.
And then we were looking just at animal names. We're like, oh, those people have named themselves after animals. And this is how boring it is. We saw the name Marsicans. We were like, what's that? And it's a bear.
Is it?
So it's like an area in Italy, and the Marsican bear is there, but they're endangered. We're like,
I think they're like super critically endangered now. I
Really?
think.
It's like 50,
yeah,
I
there's
think.
less than 50. There's something in the news about them recently, and wasn't good news.
No, it's never good news.
I thought-
Bastards are all dying out, aren't they?
Yeah. I thought the name was terrible, and James had to get me very drunk and pester me on a night out
Come listen to a cash point.
yeah,
Yeah. Just do it. Go on.
just to accept the name. I was the last hurdle to us having the name.
And you gave up.
Yeah, and I regret it.
I
ever
think I
since
just wound
then.
you up too much.
Just give in already.
Yeah.
You guys are quite on the ball with like making playlists and stuff. So who else are you listening to just now that we should keep an eye out for?
This is your man right here. He knows every
all these
music.
like the new music.
Yeah, but I'm really
guru.
bad at thinking when you actually like.
Put you on the
when I
spot.
listen to,
Right,
like,
welcome, Paul.
single
I'm going to
fingers
start the
and
ball rolling. Well, we've mentioned them in this interview once already, but they deserve another mention because they're a fantastic band, and that is York's own The Howl and The Hum.
Great band. Double down on that.
Yeah.
That means that I'd have to think on the road.
There's a London band called Woos.
Okay.
And they're technically a duo, but they have a couple of other guys that play live with them. And we got to see them for the first time in Brighton at Great Escape this year. For our headline tour, we were playing their track to get like pumped up before we went on stage. Sort of thing. So they're a good like riffy, like very catchy Beatles melodies kind of band. That they're gonna tear. They're gonna tear it up. They're in Korea at the moment.
Oh, cool.
Playing some gigs. So they're cool.
I'll double down on that as well.
I listened to that new Mark Ronson album. That sounds really. It's just that's wall to wall.
On the lip.
Such a bloody crazy line of
Yeah.
pop royalty.
Talented man, Mark Ronson.
He's so good when it's
got
like
fantastically tall hair.
He's like his songs are so like they're classy but bangers. They're just like the production's so tasteful.
Classy
Cool.
bangers. It's a genre.
He's just a cool guy, innit? And also his accent's bloody crazy. He's like half American, half London.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw a shout out there, and I'm gonna say Bruno Mars is gonna come back with an album very soon.
Oh, I love
I was listening to his 24 Karat Gold album, and that I can't remember when that came out, but then his next album came out 3 years after, and it's now 3 years since that previous album came out.
Oh, do you think he's in a Taylor Swift? Really,
Well,
it's gonna keep the loop going.
Oh, that was
Calling
a good hype, wasn't it?
You were so on
I love
that. He was
that.
like reading into like the dates and things, like the numbers of the
I was
album.
like that with it as well,
Excuse me
like
for being a fan.
13. You started that BuzzFeed article, didn't you?
If you know what the BuzzFeed article is, that means you are a fan.
I do remember reading something about the dates of the album. I mean,
And on that note, but yeah, thanks so much, guys.
Thank
and we're looking forward to the gig.
thank you.
Thanks for
Thank
taking
you
the
very
time
much.
to talk to us.